Hey, how's it going? So, I am just trying to get my camera set up just a little bit. Um, I'm pretty ticked for sure. Listen, we all been going through this COVID crisis for the last 3 months, and hearing the directives of our governor, the governor's directives are certainly unconstitutional, very inappropriate. We have proven in federal court that his directives, certainly against churches of religious gatherings of any size, are completely unconstitutional. And then we saw his directives against businesses, and that was, for me, a very negative impact against my business. It was very negative impact across many other businesses across the state. And as I've shared with you before, I've stood in downtown Seattle just 2 weeks ago, and I talked to people that are in homelessness right now. And for me, it's heartbreaking to hear that people are homeless for the first time ever in their life, living out of their cars, living on the streets of Seattle. That's the reality what's happening here today. I've traveled to all 39 counties last month over 14 days. I just got back from the Tri-Cities, just got back from Ellensburg and Wenatchee and Leavenworth, and then I'll be going up to Bellingham this week and then Spokane on Friday and Saturday. It's super heartbreaking, but why I'm getting on today is a dear friend of mine who runs the Slidewaters in Spokane just received extremely negative news from the government today. He wants to open up Slidewaters. And if you're on here, if you lived in Washington, I imagine you've gone there. If you've gone to Chelan, you've gone to this amazing family facility that they've set up. It's so family friendly. I mean, he goes out and makes sure that people are constantly conducting themselves in a manner that's respectful to each other. If somebody's even dressed inappropriately, he'll go up and say, hey, this is a family facility. Let's keep it that way. This guy is salt of the earth. Burke Bordner and Jen Bordner, his wife, they are dedicated to make sure that they create a place of community where people can come together. And what do we need more now than ever in Washington State? We need community. There's so many things that are dividing us today, whether it's what's happening in downtown Seattle, the race issues we're talking about, whether it's philosophical differences that some of us are having from one another. But when we have a place that's dedicated to bring people together, that should be allowed to open. Burke asked for Slidewaters for a temporary restraining order to allow for their business to open up. And he's going to do so safely. I mean, obviously, they're a place that's dedicated to safety. It's very important to make sure that people are kept safe. Yet some hotels are able to have restaurants or restaurants open. He has a restaurant. Some places are able to have swimming pools open. He has some swimming pools. He does have some fancy slides, but he needs to be allowed to open. What happened today, man, it's personal, Governor. Jay Inslee, how dare you continue to shut down businesses in Washington State as people are suffering. People need to get back to work. And Burke and Jen just want to provide a place for people who are coming this summer to be able to go and enjoy Slidewaters today. He has loans, like every business has loans. How is he going to pay those loans? Jay Inslee, I challenge you right now, you son of a gun. Why don't you give up your salary, your $180,000 that you're giving? When I become governor, I'm not going to take a salary. I'm going to donate that to a nonprofit homeless shelter. But yet you continue to live behind a high wall in a mansion in Olympia, making dictates out to people that are starving right now, trying to make sure that their business goes forward. How dare you, Jay Inslee? You should be ashamed of a supposed leadership that you have that are literally killing businesses in Washington State. You are killing Washington. You, Jay Inslee, are responsible for it. It's not COVID, it's Jay Inslee. When I heard about Slidewaters today, again, this place that is dedicated to open, to have people come in, have families and friends come in and make memories. We've been doing it for years. All of you watching right now, imagine, have been to Slidewaters multiple times in your life, a place where you can go with your kids. You know that they're safe. You know the food is good. You know that the environment that's there is one that is so sweet. I know, Marty, I'm trying to keep it family friendly, you son of a gun. Well, I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment, but I'm telling you, will you rise up with me, folks? Will you rise up against Jay Inslee and give him a piece of your mind where here we have a place where he so desperately need a place and talk about what's happening in the day. The reality is Slidewaters is that place. Slidewaters is an amazing destination in Washington State. And because they have a couple fancy slides, they can't open up. But places with swimming pools can be open in Washington State today. You can have restaurants open in Washington State today. You can have some retail open in Washington State today. But Jay Inslee, under a special request that Burke made, just said no today. How dare you, you sick-minded person, that you wouldn't let a place like this be open Businesses are dying, Jay Inslee. That is on your shoulders. I can guarantee you I'm going to bring that right to your shoulders. I'm going to hang it around your neck when the time comes in September and October when we're having debates. I know you're going to cower and have fear and you don't want to be at those, but I'm bringing it to you, my friend. You better come with some answers because I'm coming directly at you. We need to open Slidewaters today. So everyone who is watching this right now, I pray that you send a message of support to Slidewaters, to Burke and Jen, because you can imagine just the weight that they're feeling on their shoulders today. It kind of gets you choked up because the more that you know them, these are not selfish business people that are looking to rob you for every dollar. These are the most genuine business owners that you meet, like Marcy Collins that's in Wenatchee. These are business owners that I've met across the state that are dedicated to provide a facility for people who are welcome to come in. They don't look at skin color. They don't look at religious philosophies or political philosophies. They just want you to come and be together and have a good time. This is what America is supposed to be about. This is what Washington's supposed to be about. Yes, Jay Inslee is sick. To think that Slidewaters could not open, and yet Jay Inslee, I'm telling you, his best friend, Jenny Durkin, the mayor of Seattle, goes down to the Chaz zone, which they want to be like a street fair, but the reality is it's sheer chaos down there. They're trying to set up borders by setting up little barricades. They have now law enforcement down there that they've set up themselves, but yet they're assaulting people on the streets. It needs to be quickly and swiftly taken down. But the reality is, Jenny Durkin goes down there with thousands of people. She has no mask to be seen. She can be down there with thousands of people. Thousands of people. But yet you can't go to Slidewaters. Of course, all the water has chlorine to kill whatever is possible in the water. But Jay Inslee said, no, that's not where you should go. So please, I'm asking you today, go to Slidewaters' Facebook page, send him a message. You can't post anything on there because obviously it's a business and they're the ones who post, but send Jen and Burke a message. Let them know that you're praying for him. And if you have the capability financially, just out of the goodness of your heart, to buy an annual pass from them, will you buy an annual pass? I think it's only $250. I shouldn't say only because I know that's a big reach for some people. It's hard when money is so thin. So I know maybe somebody's going to criticize that very statement. Please don't. Please hear the full message here. If you're able to buy an annual pass, please go on to their website at Slidewaters and purchase an annual pass. They are hurting. I want to see that this facility is there for years to come, so my family can continue to go there, your family can go there and continue to enjoy being together, to form community, to make sure that Washington State is a solid place for people to come and gather together. I'm a little worked up, as you can see. Sometimes you might hear from me a little bit more calm approach, from business-minded manner, but it's a little personal. And Jay Inslee, this is on your shoulders. We need to open up Slidewaters today. We need to open up the state of Washington today because people are in first-time homelessness. I've talked to them with my own mouth, seen them with my own eyes on the streets of Seattle. Jay Inslee, you are even unaware that 6 city blocks in downtown Seattle have been taken over by thugs. People that are burning police cars, beating people on the street, and yet you're unaware? You are the worst governor that Washington State has ever seen, which is why you're going to dismally win, or you're going to dismally lose in November. I'm going to win in November. You're going to dismally lose in November because people are seeing that you are a reckless leader that is shutting down businesses in Washington State. So I'm going to close out with this, but thank you so much for watching. Please go to Slidewaters' Facebook page, express your support, your love, your prayers for them. Let them know that you are there to do whatever you can to stand in the gap for Slidewaters, for Jen and Burke Bordner and their beautiful family. We need that place to continue to be there that is a symbol of oneness, of community. Slidewaters, that's Washington State, is it not? Let that business open. Please contact Jay Inslee. You can send emails, you can make phone calls, you can reach out, but you can also pray. Pray for our nation. We are broken. We are divided today. And if you want to see where that blame goes for division, it's immediately on Jay Inslee. Jay Inslee is to blame. Some people are talking about this different division that happens and who's to blame here and there. Let me tell you quite clearly, if it's not evident to you, which I'm sure that it is Jay Inslee that is dividing the state of Washington. There is no reconciliation under Jay Inslee today. He's not showing a pathway forward. I'm ready to lead. Please go to Slidewaters. If you can purchase any type of pass, any financial contribution, they are an essential company. We all are essential. We're all created equal, are we not? Jay Inslee wants to divide us between essential versus non-essential. He is not a reconciler. He is a divider. I love Facebook Live. You can't edit out my stumbling speech, but I know you guys are patient. You have grace. We need far more grace today. I want Jay Inslee to give grace to Slidewaters and every other business out there in Washington State that needs to open today. May God bless you. Continue to pray for the state of Washington. I appreciate each one of you. All the best. Oh, please share this video and share that Slidewaters needs people's support.